Hi, how are you? This is Brando, and I will talk to you about crimes. Okay, this is the second video. There are a lot of crimes in the world, and I hope you're not committing any of them. But for you to know what types of crimes there are up there, I'll give you a little bit more. I'll give you some more here. The first one is arson. Okay, arson is setting on fire to a place on purpose. You know that can happen not on purpose, like if you're cooking or something, that's not arson. If you set a car on fire because you don't like that person, that's arson, and that's not nice. The next one is child abuse. This one is injuring a child on purpose. Hitting your kid just because he or she misbehaved, that's not good. That's child abuse. You should try to find other ways to raise your kid. But everyone raises their kids in their particular way. Fraud is lying or cheating for business or monetary purpose. Like if you give someone that fraud can happen with the contracts. That mostly happens in business when they when they give contracts to, or when they make people sign contracts that they're not aware of what they say, when they don't read like the small lines in the contract. That's also a fraud. Or if I give you something fake. If I sell you something, but it turns out that the thing that I'm selling you is fake, that's a fraud too. The next one is speeding. This one's not very bad, but this one is driving beyond the speed limit, depending on the place, because there are places where you can their limit is 100 miles per hour. I don't know how much that is. But because I'm saying 100 miles per hour, because that's the metric system, that's what they use to measure speed in the U.S. But well, like 100 kilometers per hour, that's pretty fast. So there are places where they allow you only to go 80 kilometers per hour. If you go at 120, that's called speeding. Okay, the next one is torture, and torturing is extremely cruel and unfair treatment. This is often done towards prisoners, and if you're caught by the police, for example, or not the police, but if you're kidnapped and the people want your family to give them money, and they say, no, I'm not going to give you any money. They say, okay, well, I'm going to kill, no, not kill, I'm going to hit that person. But this when it says extremely cruel and unfair treatment, this is often referred to physical treatment, okay, like hitting, and also hitting with stuff, like some people use bats. And some people use different things in order to torture a person. It can be a knife, or it's mostly knives, knives and things like that. The last one that I have here is vandalism. Vandalism is damaging public or private property, like for example with spray paint, graffitis. That's vandalism. Some people consider it art, but you have to go to the place and see what that person drew on the wall, because that's not always art. It can be considered art because some of the drawings can be very beautiful, but there are others that are not very beautiful at all. And also it also depends on the place where you do it, because if it's a store or something like that, that's not art, that's vandalism, because that's not your property. Even if it's public property, I mean, that's not your property, it's a store. That wall, that glass, that door belongs to someone. So that would be vandalism. Okay. these are all the crimes I have. Thank you very much for paying attention. I hope it was useful. Bye. Hola, soy Brando y en esta ocasión les voy a hablar sobre crímenes. En la vez anterior les comenté que habían más crímenes que de los que les había comentado. Ahora les voy a decir unos cuantos más. El primero sería arson. Y arson es cuando enciendes o cuando incendias algo a propósito. No es que estás cocinando y quemaste la cocina y la incendiaste. No, eso no es arson. Cuando lo haces a propósito, cuando quemas un carro porque la persona no te cae bien, eso es un crimen y eso es arson. El segundo sería child abuse. Child abuse es cuando abusas de un niño o cuando hieres a un niño también con la intención de hacerlo. Si estás reprendiendo a tu niño porque se portó mal, esto sería child abuse. Si le estás pegando, si le estás haciendo daño a propósito, ese es child abuse. Fraud es mentir o engañar por motivos de negocios o también por dinero. Entonces sería en el caso de que vayas a vender algo y te vendan algo que es falso, eso es fraude. ¿Okay? Speeding es manejar, excederse del límite de velocidad cuando estás manejando. Si estás en un lugar donde el límite de velocidad son 100 kilómetros por hora y estás manejando 120, estás cometiendo un crimen y se llama speeding. Luego tengo torture, que es un tratamiento o una forma de tratar a alguien muy cruel y muy injusta. Eso se refiere más que todo a tratos físicos y a este trato se le hace más que todo a los prisioneros, o si de repente alguien que es, bueno, sí que eso será considerado un prisionero, o alguien que secuestran y quieren sacar la información, le pueden golpear, lo pueden golpear no solamente con las manos, sino también con cuchillos o cualquier otro tipo de objeto o cualquier otro tipo de arma. Y por último tengo vandalism. Vandalism se trata de dañar propiedad privada o pública. Se encarga de dañar se trata de dañar propiedad privada o pública, como por ejemplo con el spray. Si se hace la gente que dibuja en las paredes, que hace graffiti, ellos lo consideran arte, pero dependiendo del lugar donde sea, también depende de lo que se haga. Si es algo bonito, si es algo artístico, si puede ser considerado arte, pero si hace una mujer desnuda, por ejemplo, o algo vulgar, eso sí no se ve muy bien. Y también dependiendo de donde sea, porque si es en una tienda o algo que le pertenece a alguien, eso también puede ser considerado como vandalismo. Bueno, espero les haya gustado. Estos fueron todos los crímenes que tengo hasta ahora. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos en la próxima.